Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah. Alhamdulillah, today for our little short talk, I just wanted to focus a little bit on the youths. So Alhamdulillah, we are entering the 6th day of Ramadan, inshallah, and I hope everybody's fasting and iftar and tarawih and all your acts of ibadah at home are going well. As I said, I wanted to focus on the youths a little bit because, not a lot of action is going on with us. We're hearing about jobs sending home their workers and all the non-essential businesses closing, and everything seems to be in chaos. But we, the youth, are the seemingly forgotten ones in all of this. So yes, we are required to stay home, but it's not as easy as you'd think. We think school is out and we are all at home playing, but it's not like that. Because while for some of us our jobs are on pause for a little while, for the youth it's like our entire lives are on pause because you can't get a job without graduating from school, and you can't graduate from school during a pandemic. Never thought I would have to say that sentence, but that is our reality. So we're kind of in a place where we're a little bit stuck. So inshallah tonight, I hope to address some of the, the unique issues that we as a youth face and how we can approach this new challenge that has been thrown at us. So, if we think back to maybe last year when we didn't have COVID-19 yet, on a particularly hectic week where, we had a million things going on, we had assignments and we had SPAs and IAs and all these exams coming up, I'm sure some of us at some point must have said to ourselves, wow, I wish I could just get a little break, just a little pause, a little time to catch my breath so I could, keep up with my work and get some things done. Well, guess what? We got that break. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has literally hit the pause button on our lives, and we managed to get a break from our daily routines. But if you're anything like me, I didn't actually think we would get the pause, so I had no idea how to even begin approaching it. But alhamdulillah, over the few weeks I've had some time to think, and I just wanted to share some of these thoughts that I came up with. So all of us, all of us who are going to be writing final exams, myself included, we would know that exams are a very, very stressful time. And now that we are not in school, we have the added stress of all the uncertainty surrounding the exam dates, and we don't know when school is going to reopen, and we're not in that quote unquote exam environment with our teachers, our classmates, our peers providing us support. So it can get quite stressful at times. And while stress is not a bad thing, it keeps us on our toes and it keeps us focused. Chronic stress is something that can really lead to our detriment, because chronic stress can actually start damaging the areas of our brain that's responsible for things like memory and cognitive function, which is our ability to think and reason. And also being stressed out it has been linked to weakening of the immune system, leaving us susceptible to a host of diseases. So, by being stressed out about our situation, we're actually making it more difficult upon ourselves because it's harder for us to study. And now the last thing that you and I want at this point now is to become sick with anything. So because stress can affect us so negatively, I just wanted to share a few ways which we can try to manage the stress, inshallah. So firstly, I just want us to remember that COVID-19 was always the plan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already decreed that this is what us as students in 2020 would be facing. And as much as we would like to change it, as much as we would like to, have a normal school year, normal graduation, normal exams, everything, we just can't. This is our new reality. And we need to accept that this is from the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if we really think about it, well, we have no exams, no school, no assignments, no traffic to deal with in the morning, none of that, and all of this free time that we have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the greatest gift of all in the middle of the lockdown, the month of Ramadan. He has given us such an abundance of time to use to worship Him. And there's a very famous hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he says, take advantage of 5 before 5. And I just want to mention 2 of the things he said. He said, take advantage of your youth before becoming old, and take advantage of your free time before becoming busy. So you and I, we have this extremely rare combination of youth and free time during the best month of the year, the month of Ramadan. And we don't know if we will ever get such an opportunity again in our lives. So I'm begging us, firstly, I'm begging myself, let us not waste these precious gifts of youth and free time our Lord has blessed us with. So now that we have all this free time, what do we do with it? So my simple suggestion is, let's make a daily timetable of how we're going to spend our days to maximize this time. Yes, the lockdown will be over, and when it is, we have our exams to write, we have our work to catch up on. So let's put aside some time for studying. And I also want to suggest that we do some physical activity as well. Yes, you can exercise while you're fasting, nothing is wrong with that. And exercise actually helps to improve blood flow to the brain, so it will help keep us more alert while we're studying. And it's also an excellent way of dealing with stress. So next time you feel stressed out, take a walk, do some physical activity, and you'll see how your stress levels go down. So in our timetables, let's include time for studies, time for exercise, our chores, and most importantly, let us set aside a lot of time for worship during this month. It was reported from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I'm just paraphrasing because it's a long hadith, there are 7 whom Allah will shade on his shade with his shade on the day where there will be no shade except his. And one of those categories of people is a youth who grows up in the worship of his Lord. So there is really no better time for us to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than right now during this month of Ramadan. So let's use this time to become closer to Allah through his worship. My next suggestion is that we should communicate with those who we live with about this timetable that we create. So, say mom, dad, granny, grandpa, uncle, aunt, whoever you live with. I have an online class now, or I want to study for a few hours now. Or for example, if there's, one computer in the house, my brother and I can say, okay, well, you take it in the morning because you have a class and I will use it in the afternoon. So, everybody will be on the same page and it will be easier for us to all work together in the home. And my last point to us as the youth, and probably the most important one of all, because as a culture, we are taught that it's academics or nothing. And many of us might be stressed out because we want to do our best. But I want to remind us all that we are not a CXC pass, we're not a SEA result slip, we're not a CAPE certificate or a scholarship or a university degree. We are individuals that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, and we are so much more than our academics. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us with a purpose, and our purpose is to worship him. And we are servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before anything else. And Allah is the one who has put us in this unique situation, and he knows exactly what each one of us is facing because all of our situations are not the same. So he's the one who has put us in this situation, and he's the only one who can take us out of it. So let us put our trust in him and build our connection with him so that we can be successful in this world and in the next world, inshallah. Before I leave, I just wanted to make quick mention to the parents who are listening. The parents might be seeing their children struggling through this. You might be feeling helpless watching your child, go through all these new challenges and you're not too sure how you can best assist them. So, if they haven't had the opportunity to tell you how they feel, let me be their voice. Yes, it is hard. It is hard being at home right now. Like some of you are, just as some of you are working from home, we are also working from home in a kind of way as well because we have to keep up with our studies. And the most important thing that we need right now is simply your support. That's it. We just need your support. So please just have patience with us. Give us that time and that space to keep our studies going, to keep up with it. And if you are in a situation where for whatever reason you and your child are not together, still be their support. Give them a call, check up on them, see how they're doing. Because the most important thing that you can do for your child is show them that you love and support them, especially during this very difficult time that they are going through. So inshallah, I hope that the few thoughts that I have shared can be of use to us dealing with the situation in our very unique Ramadan 2020. And I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us the guidance and the strength to become better believers during this test and especially after he lifts it from us. And I pray that he accepts our acts of ibadah during this blessed month. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.